The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, marque el número 2. For a veteran or service member or are calling about one, press 1. Otherwise, to talk with a counselor, stay on the line or press 0. To improve 988, your call may be monitored and recorded. We are checking for a counselor who is available to talk. You'll hear music while we do this, and we'll give you an update in 30 seconds. You are not alone. Care and want to support you. Someone will be with you soon. Lifeline, how can I help you today?
Man, I've been thinking about calling you guys for years. I'm at a crossroads.
Are you comfortable sharing your name?
John.
John, what brought you to call today?
What's that?
What brought you to call today?
Oh, yeah. Kind of just not seeing a point anymore.
Point of living? Question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. What's been going on?
Yeah, that's a good question. I ran out of Japanese Bushido is what they call it. I just went there. I went to Japan. I blew some cash, because the world's falling apart. I figured I'd travel a little bit. Came back, lost my job, so I'm in debt. Lost my housing situation, because only people I considered friends fucking stabbed me in the back. So I lost that. So I'm in a van. So even if you think I'm a danger to myself, cops could not find me reasonably. I don't know. Shit's just falling apart. I got no family, no friends, no relationship to speak of. Really no way out of this situation. It's kind of just getting worse. And kind of feel like I've done everything already that I wanted to do. And it's like, it'd be cool if I could be passive, but life kind of requires an active commitment to it. And I just don't really see that point anymore. So, yeah, I'm considering taking myself out of the equation.
Okay. Well, I am really glad that you called before you made that choice. Have you thought of a plan of what you might do?
Yeah, I have visions, think about it. I can't say that I actually have access to the methods that I would consider, but down the line, it's totally a possibility, yeah.
Okay, is it something you want to act on today?
I wouldn't even be able to if I tried. I don't think. I mean, unless I was to, fucking recklessly drive or something, which that seems kind of selfish. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody else.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It's like, if I wasn't really convinced by like today or tomorrow or something, then in a couple weeks could happen. Wouldn't be unlikely, I don't think.
Is there anything you feel like that would hold you back?
It's hard to say. I kind of just think this whole thing is like just suffering. I mean, I'm getting squeezed. It's kind of shitty, It's like you grow up with shitty people, and then you go on and hope to meet some good people, but it turns out everyone else is shitty too. And then, the government fucking hates you and wants you to die. They just criminalized homelessness. So I gotta watch out for cops even more than before. I'm sure they're coming for gay marriage next. It's like, that's a huge fight, And you kind of have to get violent, but no therapist is ever going to tell you that, so I don't ever go to therapy. You actually have to fight for your existence on this planet, and I just kind of don't want to anymore. It's just not really worth it. So, I don't know. I think happiness is for, fucking white, straight Christians in this country. I'm not sure I stand much chance. But, I'd settle for purpose, right? It would like purpose. But I can't say I have much of a fucking purpose either. I don't know, I'm just apathetic. I used to be super social, and I don't want to see anybody anymore. It's been that way for a long time. I don't even I don't want to be around people. I've done it all already, and I'm just kind of ready to go. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, there's a part of me that resonates with it, but there's also a part of me that feels like, maybe there are things that, even though we feel like we've explored all there is, maybe there is more things we don't know about yet. Can I ask what your identities are?
Identities. Yeah, those are tricky things. I study a little bit of Buddhism, but sure, my physical form. Yeah, I date men and women and anything in between, given the chance. That hasn't been going too well. Um, and then I'm not religious or anything. It's kind of hard for me to believe in that stuff, just personally. Uh, and I'm a, if you want physical descriptions, yeah, I'm a white male. Look like a tweaker lately, though I'm not on anything.
And I know you mentioned homelessness. Is that currently where you're at, unhoused?
Yes, I've been unhoused for how long? 5 months, I think. There's no end in sight. That's the thing, it's just so fucking unattainable.
Yeah. What area are you currently at? Is it, I mean, real estate in general is just unaffordable today, so I completely see you on that point.
Yeah, yeah, I'm in California. It's expensive here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is quite expensive.
it's fucked. And like, I come from a wealthy family, but they don't want to share. It's all to themselves. They always talk about the value of family and but no one showed up for me. No one has fucking showed up for me. And they're all like, "Oh, your mom wants to give you money, but that's hush money because I got abused so fucking badly. She doesn't know how to apologize for it, so she wants me to stay quiet." There's no reconciliation there. So it's just a weird situation. Can't trust my own family. Can't trust my friends. It's just like, what else is there? There are other people in the world, but I just seem to fucking bother them. I don't know. I'm not trying to stump you, but I can't see a point here. Everyone says you'll find it, but I think I've been trying, hard enough. I do try. I give it an honest effort. I hike. I do things I enjoy. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people. I'm sick of living because I don't know why I'm doing it. Like, it's hard. It's a hard thing to keep up.
Yeah, that's hard. It makes sense. I mean, with everything that's going on in the world, and especially if we don't have support systems, it's hard to find the support system. So life in general is just hard to say the least. And it can also be parts of it to look forward to, which might not seem as worth in the moment, but you're also not alone in it. It's completely normal to have those feelings. We all go through times and phases when things mean a lot less than others, and people mean much less than
Yeah,
well.
I was thinking about that. Some people are happy, they pump out like 5 kids they can't afford, and they live in like a shack that they can't afford, and they just settle for this kind of very superficial, family-oriented, you know, marriage, and they have this career that doesn't treat them very well, but they just kind of settle for it, and it's like it seems like there's a lot of settling going on. But I do have empathy for those people. I think they deserve better. But it seems like this entire country is kind of built on settling and like pretending that you're happy, pretending that it is worth it. And I tried doing that. I really did, but I can't fucking hold it together. It's cost me too much.
Yeah, and I will say there's quite a few who share that view and who do try to not be complacent or not settle for anything less than they deserve. And it is hard work, and it can feel like burning out, and it feels like sometimes you want to give up. But
Yeah, I
at
mean,
the end of it,
yeah. Go on.
no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I would keep going if there was like some kind of light. You know, not even at the end of the tunnel, because realistically, the end of the tunnel is like you die, which, you know, that's kind of what I'm possibly gonna fast forward to. But yeah, like light along the way. That everyone says enjoy the journey, right? Try to appreciate the journey. I did. I have been as much as I can, but it's just not enough. It's still not enough. Just because you achieve some version of enlightenment doesn't mean it's enough. Life still hurts, and I don't know. Again, I'm in a country that's actively trying to erase people like me on multiple levels, and it's not that I'm not at least a little bit passionate about that, but like I can't do anything about it. Totally fucking powerless. The people that should agree with me also fucking hate me because I don't even know why that is. I honestly don't know. There's so much cannibalizing going on amongst Americans. I had a friend who he used to volunteer for the suicide hotline actually, and he said that was pretty taxing. I think he did it for like 6 months. So part of the reason I never called is because like at the end of the day, you on the other end are also just a human being. We're all fucking human beings. So leaning on someone is lame because I'm not more valuable than you. But I'm not gonna like sit here and fucking break down in tears or whatever. You know, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Well, I appreciate that perspective, and you're also allowed to, us who volunteer on the line or work on the line. We're here because we know what it feels like to be on the other end of this, and sometimes what we wished was just for someone to listen, someone to talk back in times where you felt extremely lonely. And so, yes, ultimately I can agree on we are all humans and all only do so much, and we don't come with superpowers, unfortunately, but sometimes just having someone to witness art can be pretty powerful.
Yeah, I used to think that. I don't know. I guess in some ways I still believe it. Like I was using fucking AI to talk to, as a lot of people are, but then I started to realize how angry I'd get. I'd fucking be yelling at my phone because it's just so incompetent. It's not a real human being, you know. It's like a word generator. It's a fancy word generator is all it is. It doesn't have any feelings or anything. So I was just settling for this mediocre illusion, and I was actually paying for it too, which is really ironic since I'm already in debt. And it was totally an addiction that I broke it recently. I deleted it, haven't used it, but without that illusion, I got nothing. That's the tough part. It's like you can pay for like gambling, you know, you can pay for this illusion that someday it'll be enough, or you can drop it, but you don't have much to look forward to. Those are your options. For if you're me, I mean, a lot of people, it seems like they're pretty happy, like going to school or whatever, doing college, community college. They've got these opportunities, but it's because they're a certain kind of person that enjoys life or enjoys like socializing. They can talk about Ariana Grande or whatever, and that's enough for them. They have their struggles. It's not like they're just totally blissfully happy, but their coping mechanisms are enough. I feel like I've just run out, basically, run out of coping mechanisms, and I don't know. Without coping mechanisms, what the hell do we do? I don't know. We all need something.
What what were your coping mechanisms?
Oh shit, I've done everything. Uh, oh god, I'm a musician, but that's not enough. I hardly care about doing music anymore. Um, fucking, I've done the alcohol thing. I currently enjoy tobacco. I roll my own, but I don't smoke every day. But I used to go on video games and like go on with my friends and we drink all night and uh, like mess with people and try to make people laugh, and that was fun. But that kind of got old too because I just got sickened by the whole thing. Like, man, you guys are all just spending 16 hours a day on video games, and honestly, I was spending a lot of time on video games too, and I can't say it was good for me. It was just kind of holding me over. And I figured once I moved out of that house, once life progressed a little bit, maybe I'd find something. But I don't even fucking have a house now. I hardly play video games. I got nobody to talk to or make laugh. And the few people I did, they're not in my life anymore. So I don't know what to do, to be honest. And I'm not saying that you have any magical insight here. I mean, here's the shitty thing about this service and just technology in general is like you really don't know anything about me. Like there's no personalized advice that can be given within a few minutes of talking to someone. That you don't even see what I look like. There's these limitations of the internet and phones and stuff that make us feel connected when really it is just like the tip of the iceberg. You don't really get to see another soul happening. You just kind of get a little bit of a hint that there might be one. You learn a few superficial things, but we're expected to bond over those things now. It's crazy. I can't do it. I like people once in a while, but I, I don't know. I had so many bad experiences with people too, like trying to assault me or whatever. Gay men try to fucking assault me, and women don't want to talk to me. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to talk to me either. So it's weird. Like I don't know what people do. I think most people are like religious or they've got something to do. I don't have shit. I tried. I promise you I have tried. Like went to meetup group shit, whatever. But there's just a bunch of sharks, like corporate business types. Some like 35-year-old woman wanted to sleep with me because I was, young and fit, but just felt predatory. I'm 23, so it's like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just my fucking brain hasn't developed far enough yet.
Well, yes, we do say that it's up to 25, right? That your frontal lobe gets fully developed.
Yeah. What's depressing is I see a lot of like 30, 40, 50-year-olds who are effectively children still. And that makes it hard too to give a shit because like what am I working so hard for if you guys aren't going to put in the effort to be better? I can't even ask things of people. It's such a crazy world. Like you can't ask anything of people. They look at you like you're crazy because they're so fucking far in denial. They got their heads up their asses. You can't ask for anything. You can't ask for change or like respect. You kind of just have to let them be stupid children effectively and not complain. In fact, it's expected that you appreciate other people. Like society values people who are pro-social. I'm apathetic. I'm genuinely fucking apathetic. I find people really annoying. And the only time I can tolerate the idea of other people is when I'm not around them. So it's like this physiological kind of, loneliness, but truly when I'm around other people, I'm at my most miserable. I find them incredibly grating and just uninteresting. Unless I study them like insects, I like journalism because then I'm like studying them, but I would never want to be friends with them. Not in a million years. So that's what makes it tough. Yeah, I can't tell people that though, because if you tell somebody that, then they think you're being like all pompous and whatever, and you think you're all smart. But seriously, there's something like fundamentally about people that I just don't like or understand. It's like this game of lying, and you get really good at it, putting on this character for everyone else. Look at me with my big family, whatever. Like, or look how gay I am. Look how religious I am. It's all these fucking labels and identities that don't mean anything. It's like covering a fucking perfect steak in all this ketchup. Like the ketchup's gonna make the steak good. It's weird. I don't know. People forget their inherent value, which is I know is ironic. I'm saying that because I'm considering like suicide, but it's not that I don't think I'm valuable. I could be, but ultimately I'm in pain. So why go on? Valuable things die every day. We kill 83 billion animals a year to eat, and I love animals, but that's what we do. We think we're worth that.
But we also don't know the value of something until we lose it.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the paradox of it because you can't really lose yourself until it's too late. So, I don't know. Well, I've lost a lot. I had a relationship I thought it was like my soulmate, and I was like I look back at that and I think that's stupid and I laugh. but I really believed it at the time, and I was just head over heels for this person, and I just got totally fucking manipulated and used. And that's how I felt about my friends. I knew them for years, and then it just all fell apart because they were being manipulative assholes. So I left them, and that's what people have shown me to be. I'm as fucking honest as somebody can possibly be, but people don't like that. Not here in California, people don't like that. Japanese people were a little more honest, I can say that much. But they'll still they're a little too polite. They'll pretend like they like you, but they don't. So it's kind of the opposite problem. Californians pretend like they hate you even when they like you, but Japanese people are the opposite.
Each culture has their nuances to it.
Yeah. I'm gonna monologue if you don't stop me at some point. I mean, shit.
It's okay. That can be quite therapeutic when we have a lot to say, but nowhere to kind of say it too.
I can't. You know, I can't afford therapy. I can't afford anything. Shit. I mean, I can barely afford food. I'm living, I'm fed. I'm well fed, but I eat mostly canned food. Whatever I can get my hands on. I'm not eating like I don't eat out much. Um, I'm not. I'm certainly not starving though. It's hard to complain. As Americans, we do have it better than a lot of the world. Um, and I truly don't believe that the solution to suffering is just changing your circumstances so that you have more stuff. I really never have believed that. I think it's always been about people, but it's so funny because people are also so not receptive to that idea. Everyone's so consumed by acquiring more stuff, but that's never been what our existence is about. I don't think so. We've always been in tribes or had communities, and it's like nobody has that. I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. But then I reach out and they treat me like I'm some monster or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, I just thought maybe you wanted a friend. So, it is exhausting.
Yeah. Well, I know you mentioned, therapy not being affordable, and I can definitely acknowledge that, but I do have a handful of resources on my system if that is something you're interested in. I can't speak to what their wait times would be or anything like that, but they are more affordable than what we are normally told about.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're giving it a chance. Are you comfortable sharing maybe kind of the area that you're in, like county specific?
Depends. Am I going to get 5150'd?
No.
Okay.
I do not believe in 150 in colors.
I,
Unless you're gonna jump off the bridge right now, no.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't promise I wouldn't challenge a cop to a duel right now because of the state of things. I think we'd have to have a formal duel, um, like walk 10 paces or something. But um, let's see, what county is this? I mean, I'm very mobile, so I'm trying to remember where the fuck I am right now. Uh, Sometimes I'm in the city, but the city's depressing. So normally I'm in San Mateo County, but give me one sec. Where the hell am I? Sonoma County.
Okay.
I posted on Reddit because I don't have anybody to talk to, and somebody was like, "Don't worry, it gets worse." I thought that was really funny. They're like, "I'm twice your age. You haven't lived life yet, but also it gets worse." Man, that really cracked me up. I don't doubt it. I'm like, if this is as good as it gets, there is kind of all the incentive in the world to end on a good note too, or, relative to what it could become, what it will become. if I'm alive long enough, the world's totally gonna fall apart. So it's gonna be shitty.
Alrighty, so I have quite a few, so let me know when you're ready to maybe write some numbers down.
All right, let me get my my quill out, my ink quill, so I can write this down. Hold on. Let's see. 1 second. Sure, I'll humor you. All right, what's the first one?
Alrighty, so the first one. Oh, sorry, I just lost that number. Let me get back. Alrighty, so the first one is 707
Uh,
565
yeah.
6900.
Okay, and who does this number belong to? I'd want to know, I think, before I call them.
Yeah, so it is the Department of Health and like mental health within Sonoma County specifically, and it's called our access line. So they have like a larger list of mental health referrals specifically because the call center that you've reached were actually Marin, so we have more Marin specific resources, but that one is like more specific to Sonoma, and then I have other, like just a few Sonoma or other resources as well.
Oh, that's interesting. The number that I called was just the generic number. I wonder why I went to Marin. Interesting. How does that work?
It's weird. Technology is kind of weird. It just, we get numbers from all over the country sometimes, and it doesn't really make all that much sense.
Oh, you're kidding. You know, I was working out in Marin until recently. It was so fucking dehumanizing. I mean, I was making decent money, but I was a handyman and I was like fixing up people's houses and whatever. But it's like these multi-million-dollar houses. Some of the people I'm pretty sure were fucking famous or near famous. I don't know how I landed that job. Honestly, it was really weird. I was certain I was going to get murdered, but um, it was like the most rudimentary shit. Like they didn't know how to use a power drill, so I was like, okay, show up and screw something into the wall, done. And that's $40. But it was weird too because they were always so picky and so precise and no room for errors. And the manager was such an abusive prick. I just ended up quitting on him because I couldn't take it anymore. But that was the only way I could. I mean, you'd think without any expenses like rent or whatever, this life would be cheap, and it is. But without a job, I can't make it work either. I'd fucking do almost anything at this point, almost anything. But like, it also does kind of mean selling your soul. So it's the other end of it.
There's a positive and a negative end to most things.
That's true. That is very true. All right, is this your job or do you volunteer? Can I ask?
Sure, I mostly, it's a mix of a job and a volunteer. This is not, the only thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's tricky because like it's one of those things where there shouldn't be financial incentive to do it, but also it's the only way to make it sustainable. So I get that for sure.
Yeah.
I've always preferred volunteering because I don't like the idea that I don't like money. It's so weird, you know? Like I don't know. Why do we? It's a point system. It's not backed by anything. It hasn't been backed by the gold standard since '71, I believe. So this is all just points. We're all just fucking hamsters going to the gym in our hamster wheels, and then we go to our jobs or whatever. We're just making money for someone else, and we get scraps. And it's not even real money. It's fucking points. When you open your phone and you look at the number on the screen in your bank app, that's all that's your worth. Is that little couple pixels on the screen? That's it. There's no meaning to any of it, and we fucking are obsessed with this concept to the point that I, as a 23-year-old, am 5,000 points in debt, and I've been working for 5 years, but it's like there are debt collectors that would take everything I have just to pay that off, basically, and it's crazy. Like I could never feel good about destroying someone's life just because they've had a fucking difficult situation. I could always file for bankruptcy. That seems a little extreme for 5K. I've paid off 3 before, but I don't know. It's just what a weird, fucked up system. I would keep, if I had like a kid or like a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, someone, family, if I had something to hold on to, just something solid. But there's nothing. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I can't help myself. I don't have anybody to talk to.
It's okay. Like I said, sometimes it just helps to vent it all out. Okay, so I do have 2 more numbers for you if you'd like, and maybe we could talk about what you could do.
Okay, I'll write them down, and I won't interrupt this time.
Alrighty, so the other one is called, it is also part of just the Sonoma County as well. And they have both like a hotline and a main office contact. I can give you both numbers. It's just Sonoma County Department of Health Services. So their hotline number is 800-746-8181.
Okay.
And there's general. Oh, actually, sorry, it's the same, but regardless. But the hotline number is more 24/7 for whenever you need anything. And then the last one it's called NAMI, and it's specifically for Sonoma County. And that one is 707-527-6655.
And that one's, what's that one?
It's called NAMI, which is called the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Oh, I'm ill.
I don't really get the wording on these things sometimes. They just go with what sounds good, but I don't necessarily agree with the term illness. They're great. It's great work. It's just, the names came from decades ago where people didn't understand the power of words.
Yeah, the whole pathologizing certain psychological conditions, that's actually really ancient and outdated. It dates back to like old medicine, I believe, but it's not obviously not accurate. I mean, I think anybody would be struggling in a situation where they have basically nothing and no one. It's like, are you really sick for having a healthy response to that? That's kind of the way I see it. I don't know, but yeah, I I appreciate it. I mean, I can't say that like, well, I guess I'll deal with it on my own. I don't fucking, I don't feel reinvigorated. I feel I might call these numbers. I don't know, but I know your job is just to keep me occupied, basically, till till it passes, right? Yeah. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time.
It wasn't a waste of time at all, and my job isn't to keep you occupied. Sometimes as you keep being sure, the feelings do tend to go away, but if they don't, and that's okay. It doesn't make you any different of a person or anything like that. Sometimes talking to people works, sometimes it doesn't, and for you, you're in the stage where you don't necessarily like people, so I get it if it doesn't work, and that's okay.
I must be fucking autistic or something. I swear, it's been a lifetime of just not getting it. I talk a lot too, but it's a vicious cycle. The less people you have to talk to, the more you want to talk when you get the chance. It pushes people away. So it's just shitty. There's always some missing piece when it comes to socializing. There's always something I'm not just not quite getting. But the more I figure it out, the less I care, because I realize it's all just a game at the end of the day. We all just have these petty judgments that we place on others, and I'm no different. I don't fucking talk to people before before I even have a reason not to talk to them, I've already made up in my mind, like, yeah, that guy looks fucking annoying. I won't talk to him. It makes no sense. But I think this is just California. Honestly, I don't think I'm mentally ill. I think I'm just from California. I think this is the normal way of existing here. Something tells me.
Maybe it's hard to find like-minded people at times.
It's another one of our amazing attributes is that we just seek out people who are like us. And I personally love a good argument, but most people aren't willing to get into it with me. So they kind of just smile and nod or whatever, or tell me to fuck off, but they don't want to argue. I love arguing, man. But I would also, yeah, it would be nice to meet some other, like, non-rapey gay men. That would be nice. Can't tell you, they all just can't wait to get in my pants. It's amazing because now I have some perspective on what it's like to be a woman ever since I came out. It's just a little bit more perspective. A lot of these fuckers are on steroids too. It's like I'm not at any advantage here in the dating world. It's a it's a very female experience I've got here in California. So I'm on I guess an empathy streak for women, but not enough to act on it. I was thinking about volunteering. I was, but like most things, it's just a thought. I've been thinking about calling a hotline for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years now, and maybe even longer. Shit, I don't know how long it's been. But without an immediate method at my disposal, I always figured they wouldn't give a shit. Or they got other people they need to get to. Don't call. Don't take up their time. But that's kind of the bitch of it, because I don't think anybody on the other end would ever tell me, like, yeah, I wish you'd waited until you actually purchased the gun. I think that might be a fireable offense.
I will make sure that I appreciate that you, even if you don't necessarily have a method in mind. Sometimes it's just nice to talk it out.
Yeah, thanks. Man, Marin, it's beautiful out there. I do wish you well. Don't ever take that view for granted. There's so many nice views out there, really.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound like you're tied down to one place, so I'm sure you can take in the views yourself, too.
Yeah, sometimes to a fault. But certainly I do see a lot of unique sights. Actually, most of the sights I see are the homeless people fighting amongst each other. I don't really identify with them. I mean, on paper, sure, but I'm not on drugs. Tweakers bickering at 3 a.m., whatever. There's a lot of that. Zombies, I call them. It's not nice, but you have to be cruel sometimes to survive. But I left my door unlocked one night, and a homeless woman got into my van and was sitting in the front seat. Like, that's the reality of fucking living in your vehicle. It's not easy. It's very difficult, and you still have to play the game. You still have to keep it clean. If you look like you're homeless, cops will come bang on your fucking window. So, it's a bitch. Anyway, yeah, I got the numbers written down, so I guess next time I'm thinking about this stuff, I'll give them a call.
Yeah, and you're also more than welcome to call back this line as well, just if you need to chat.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, take care, John, okay?
Alright, have a good night.
Alright.
39 minutes. I feel this much better. It doesn't get better. What's the point, man? Let go of your attachments. I did. I'm in pain. I'm not attached to being alive anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That's amazing. Blasting shit music. Success could be as simple as auto-tune and AI-generated lyrics. Actually, Success could be as simple as AI generated music. Really never too far off. John. I did say that was my name. Didn't want to give them too much info about me in case they sent the cops. It feels kind of mean to call them pigs. I mean, not because I feel bad for cops, but I mean, pigs are really amazing animals. Why should we ever use pig and cop in the same sentence? At this point, it's just like, we die anyway, so it's not really a big deal if I die. It's not really a big deal if anybody dies. And if you're in pain and you kill yourself, oh well, you're losing out on a bit of time. We're all just gamblers, dude. Like, just gambling. Waiting for the next big payout, right? Maybe this time I'll land a job that pays me just enough to barely scrape by, while expecting all too much of me every day. That's what we get excited about. She had nothing to say. Nothing to say. Nothing to say at all. There was nothing to be said. It was just like an acknowledgement that things are bad, and then here are 3 phone numbers. Call another number, it's someone else's problem. You're always someone else's problem. It's the way that it is. You're always someone else's problem. I wouldn't want to discourage anyone from calling this phone number. It may help you if you are simple enough to benefit from things like therapy. You may benefit from this hotline or whatever resources they gave me. They gave me, I think, one more hotline, NAMI, and the Department of Health. I'm not sure which of those I'm supposed to call to feel better. I'm not even sure why I would. Like, mental illness, I'm not fucking mentally ill. I'm actually quite healthy. It's this fucking world beating me down every chance it gets, dude. Like, I fought and fought and fought tooth and nail to get here, and I can't do it. I can't fucking do it, man. I got nothing to live for. I have nothing to live for. I have no one. I have nobody. No one gives a fuck. Absolutely no one gives a fuck. But yeah, I'm just mentally ill. It's not the fact that you were molested or beaten or locked in a dark, dusty fucking room. It's not the fact that your housing has been unstable your entire life, and in particular the last 6 years of your life, 7 years. I've moved, I don't even know how many times, 5, 6 times. I had to build this house from scratch. And it's not my best work, but it works. Sort of. I find the argument that like other people have had it worse to be very flawed, because the truth is, it's never been about circumstance. It's always been about having a reason to keep going, having a reason to keep fighting. Got no reason. Ran out of reasons. No one cares. No one can care. Even when people do care, it's a very superficial kind of care, and it changes how they look at you. They look at you like you're damaged and broken, and you need therapy. You need help. We're healthy. We're fine. It's you that needs help. I think this would be a lot easier if I wasn't living in a vehicle, if I wasn't jobless, if I had friends and family and shit. I do think this life would be easier. If I wasn't persecuted for being bisexual, if I wasn't persecuted for being homeless, if I wasn't persecuted at every fucking level of my life. Being white, you definitely get a pass in a lot of ways, but in a lot of progressive spaces, I still get shit on, and you just kind of have to grow thick skin. But thick skin is why I suffer. Thick skin makes me not care about anything, and I get numb and make jokes. Because jokes are all I have left. I got nothing really to hold on to. Humor is nice, I guess. Humor is my liquor. Actually, I guess liquor is my liquor. I might go get some liquor. Thinking about drinking for once. Why not? Right? Why not? Tomorrow, this is just going to come creeping right back in. There's no real resolution here. There's no fresh start. There's no point. I thought there was a fresh start for a long time, but I figured out pretty quick. You don't get a fresh start. You get life. Served on a plate, same as usual. Different toppings maybe, but it's all life. Shit sandwich. Big tray of shit. With some little, maybe some food particles on top if you're lucky. That's life. And sometimes you can lean in and instead of eating it, you can inspect and appreciate and kind of romanticize, but it's never enough because you still have to just eat a shit sandwich. That kind of overshadows any major appreciation you might be doing. You're still eating a shit sandwich. Nothing will ever take away from that fact. It is a shit sandwich. So, I guess I'm just tired of eating shit sandwiches. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. Guys, like more than one person is gonna see this. I don't think anybody's gonna see this. Oh boy. Well, hopefully I've got the greatest recovery story ever, or the greatest suicide story ever. I won't settle for mediocrity. That part of my brain hasn't shut off. I suppose either one. They're not mutually exclusive. I mean, if you set out to commit suicide and you're successful, that is success. You did what you wanted to do. What does it say that every time I try to go and meet gay men and not meet creepy gay men, I fail? I literally can't meet people who don't want to rape me. It's crazy. You can usually tell. They get this look about them, but you can tell. Check this out. Pretty. Wow. This little remote. Shit. There. There's two lights, and they're not connected or anything, so you kind of have to position the remote a certain way so that the signal is received by both. I thought blue was fitting since, it's It's a blue kind of atmosphere. It's a blue kind of mood. Blew my brains out. Yes. The glorious destruction of the labyrinth that once was me. And me I would no longer be. Just scattered atoms, peaceful, not experiencing anything. Doesn't sound so bad. Life is the dream, and it is our duty, ultimately, to wake up from it. That's what I think. There's nothing real about it. It's all a fucking illusion. It's all one big illusion. Now, if the illusion's good enough and you enjoy it enough, you never care to have thoughts like these. If it's good. Because that's the nature of addiction. When it's good, it's good. You don't question it. You're happy. It's just not very good lately. I mean, the illusion is good, but it's not good from an enjoyability standpoint. And I can't even step back anymore and be like, oh yeah, it's just, part of the cycle of life. There's good times and bad times. I don't think the bad times are going to end, man. I think it's getting worse. Every relationship I thought I could trust has been shitified. Feels a bit like growing up in a cult, surrounded by all these people that all know each other somehow. So you don't really ever see any fresh faces in your social circles. It's just kind of the same people and same ideas, and a lot of those ideas are really dark. But you go out in the world and it's just NPCs and nobody really worth talking to, so you stick with what's familiar. You stick with the people you know. Even when shit gets dark, it's all you know. You have that nostalgia, that sunk cost fallacy weighing on you, and a desire to be recognized for all of you. And strangers can't see all of you. Only people who have known you for a long time can see all of you. Or most of you. But strangers, they're so vapid, so self-absorbed. They see a very, very small part of you. I, too, am a stranger. And sometimes I see very little of someone, and I believe I've seen all of them, and I'd like to believe I'm wrong when I see someone and go, that guy's a rapist. But I'm right every time. That's what's hard. I've got some kind of ESP going on. Extrasensory perception. Because I can tell every time. We're almost up to an hour. I think to keep with the theme, I'm going to cut it short before the hour's reached. Because there's nothing more. Said all that I can say. Exhausted all my options over and over and over. Tried new things. Tried new people. Tried new mindsets. Tried drugs. Both self-prescribed and prescribed by doctors. Apathy is all that's left, man. This is a waiting room, nothing more. A waiting room with lots of fancy distractions. Good luck to everyone in your corners of the waiting room.